Yeah, each agency has different options in which they can use, and we see some agencies a lot more aggressive, despite the fact that they are traveling at such high rates of speed. They're gonna track this guy and put it to an end. Other agencies back up, but with all that's happened, they're going to stay on this, it appears, because we've seen him pretty much get as reckless as you possibly can in terms of these pursuits. Westbound 105, we're hearing now possibly a stolen vehicle. So this car was looked into, the license was ran, and it came back stolen. They tried to pull the individual over. He didn't yield, and the pursuit was on. And the traffic's going to be backing up here as well. Again, this is the eastbound side of the 105 freeway, coming through Downey, coming back towards the 605. Look at him pulling off to the right there, evading all the oncoming congestion, and just flying. He's going 80-plus miles an hour, 85 miles an hour at times now on this stretch of the 105 freeway. The eastbound side is typically the lighter volume side, but it's getting busier coming up towards the 605 here. I can't tell. I mean, it looks like maybe a Honda possibly, or a, yeah, it's difficult. We'll try to get a run on that as well. Yeah. Maybe a Toyota. And exiting the freeway now. Exiting the freeway again. Four-door sedan, maybe a Toyota Camry or a Honda Civic. This is where the 105 just dumps off onto Studebaker Road. And he's making a right turn on Studebaker, slowing down quite a bit. This is an opportunity where if there's no other traffic up ahead, maybe they can try for the pit. Now you would possibly damage some of those parked cars, but that's better than injuring or even killing somebody, because this guy has been traveling at such a high rate of speed that definitely could be a possibility. Just buzzing through lights again. Southbound on Studebaker Road in Norwalk, coming away from the 105, paralleling the 605, will be coming up now on Rosecrans Avenue on the southbound side of Studebaker. This high-speed pursuit, possibly a stolen vehicle, that older model four-door sedan. At least one other occupant we're hearing inside that vehicle with the suspect driver here. And he's making his way southbound on Studebaker. And the volume on this stretch of roadway is pretty light. He had the light there, thankfully. He had the green light there because he's not slowing down at all. Now in a residential area, we're approaching 6:30. More and more people on the road. There's a great shot there watching that LA County Sheriff's helicopter based at Long Beach Airport there, tracking from above. I counted 5 units, 5 patrol cars tracking this dangerous suspect southbound on Studebaker Road through Norwalk, coming up past Rosecrans now. And it will be approaching the 91 freeway as well in just a short time. Then it would take him into Cerritos and back to the south. That's where, again, this pursuit started. So he's starting to do some of those loops around this general vicinity. And, again, that happens a lot. We see it in that they like to travel. These suspects do. They've trended that way in areas that they are familiar with, they're comfortable with. Once they get out of their comfort zone and they're off the freeway, making a right turn. So he's heading westbound now towards us. And let's see what he's doing. He's slowing down a little bit at times. And again, the roadway is open here at this time. Yeah, that's exactly right. And we do have confirmation. Definitely a stolen car. Another close call there. Yeah, possibly a... Oh, so close. Oh. Unbelievable. And look, bicyclists, there's some students there walking to, their zero period classes, more pedestrian traffic. And here comes another intersection here. He's on Alondra Boulevard, just flying, as he has been for much of this pursuit. Westbound on Alondra Boulevard, right through the community of Bellflower now. He's just not slowing down. Here comes another one. Oh, man. Just so close. So dangerous. They have to get this guy off the road. They have to try to get a pit maneuver at the moment they do. And it's becoming more and more challenging with more cars, more pedestrians out there. Kids on their way to school for their early classes. I'm seeing bicyclists. And this guy continues on 75, 80 miles an hour plus at times, just ripping down Alondra Boulevard here through Bellflower as the commute is on here on this Tuesday morning. And this pursuit is on, and we got you covered from up here in Skyfox, an LA County Sheriff's helicopter watching overhead in addition to at least 5 patrol cars, Long Beach Police, other agencies involved in well. All right, he's got a little trouble here, and he's going to have to pop into this Mexican restaurant parking lot to evade that backup. Making a right turn. Now that he's slowed down a little bit, let's see what they do here. He's heading northbound, still in Bellflower here. I'll try to get you a street here in just a moment. Turning northbound because of that congestion at that intersection on Alondra Boulevard. Making his way north now up this major street. Looks like it could be Lakewood Boulevard. So close. On surface streets, through intersections with red lights, and he is northbound on Lakewood Boulevard now, still in Bellflower, coming up towards the 105 freeway again, where he will have an option to enter that stretch of freeway again, which he's already been on. He took that eastbound 105 to the 605 and then dumped off onto Studebaker. Picking up speed again, northbound side of Lakewood Boulevard here, coming out of Bellflower, taking him into Downey, and he's got some more congestion up ahead here. Through a red light, another one, bam, just like that. And so fortunate that nobody's been struck yet. Definitely confirmed, yep. Making a left turn here. Let's see what happens. A lot of congestion here. Coming northbound on Lakewood Boulevard. He made a left there on Imperial Highway. So now he's in Downey. He's officially in the community of Downey, making his way westbound on Imperial Highway, coming off of Lakewood Boulevard. You can see how there are some people that are just pulling over. They hear what's coming up, and that's what you got to do if you ever encounter a situation like this, because we've seen so many of these pursuits, and a number of them, unfortunately, have ended dramatically with wrecks, with people getting injured, and unfortunately even sometimes killed. And this guy is on that course where he could really cause a horrific accident here. So. And he's making he made a left turn off of Imperial Highway, still in Downey. This left turn is taking him southbound. It looks like possibly either Paramount Boulevard or Orange. We'll see here. I'll get you a confirmation of that in just a moment. Again, a stolen vehicle. Another occupant in addition to the suspect we're hearing inside this older four-door sedan, possibly an older model Honda or Toyota. Another red light intersection. Fortunately, people were slowing down on both sides, so there wasn't a close call there. But we've seen so many of them. And he continues to pick up speed. And I'm going to see if that patrol car is pulled back a little bit. He's still trailing him pretty good. 5 of them, and an LA County helicopter as well. Southbound, he's going to be crossing over the 105 freeway here. Had an option there to get on the freeway, chose to stay on a southbound route, and he's heading back towards, he's kind of been trending that direction, always heading back towards the south, towards Long Beach, where this started, and we are now back into North Long Beach, heading southbound here on Orange towards Long Beach Airport, and it was Long Beach Police that first picked this up, picking up speed again, 70 miles an hour at times, heading southbound here. Here we go, another intersection, a real busy one. Let's see what he decides to do here against the red light. Yep, and he made it through. And again, these officers have to do the same thing. No, we've seen so many close calls as well, Lauren and Bob. And if this lead patrol car, the one in front, has the opportunity to pit this guy. He's making a left turn on a side street now. They're going to do it. Slowing down. Residential area. Got the speed bumps. And if he knows this area, he may know it. You know, that's a possibility. You could. All right, heading back northbound now, and let's see what happens. Slowing down quite a bit here. Across the tracks, no train there. It's like that pickup truck pulled him over. Now you can see some officers positioning, being that he's sort of meandering in the same neighborhood, a neighborhood that he could be familiar with, that he's more comfortable driving in, and that he thinks he can evade police. And that's why they run. They're not in custody. He thinks he can get away. Some have gotten away. These Long Beach police officers, though, are in hot pursuit, though, of this stolen vehicle suspect. Now back northbound. And this area, all these areas, these neighborhoods, more and more foot traffic, vehicular traffic as well, against oncoming traffic, traveling northbound in southbound lanes there, coming up back towards the 105 freeway in Paramount. Again, wow, look at that. He's against traffic right there. He was traveling northbound on Paramount, made a right turn there. I think this is going to be Rosecrans, just south of the 105 freeway here, still in Paramount. Oh, yeah, we have like 40-plus minutes, it looks like, right now. In a cul-de-sac here. This street's coming to an end. This is Foster Road. He's going to be in it. This is a dead end. He's running into a dead end. He's running into a dead end. A dangerous situation now. He's backing up here. This road, I saw it, Foster Road comes to an end, and he's got nowhere to go right now. He's got a gate there. He's backing up. This is such a dangerous situation. Officers with guns drawn. And let's see what he does if he tries to make his way through here. If he rams that vehicle, they're going to open fire. They will open fire. If he uses that vehicle. Oh, shots fired. Shots fired. Glass, you can see the glass. Shots were fired. This is a situation. Now, you have to understand that deadly force is using a vehicle. He was driving right towards those officers up on the sidewalk there, and gunfire has been exchanged. Again, at least two people inside this stolen vehicle, and we have shots fired here. And guns are still drawn here. This is Foster Road, where Foster Road dead ends right in the community, right on the border of Bellflower and Downey Road. And he came into that. I saw that upcoming here with the river here, with the wash. And he chose to. He obviously did not know that was a dead end, so he's not familiar with this neighborhood at all. And this self-storage facility here, really a dramatic end. Shots fired here, guns still drawn, still a very dangerous situation. We don't know if that suspect, if he's hit, if he's still conscious, if this is still, a live situation. Until we see Code 4, it's not. And again, we heard that there was at least one other occupant inside the vehicle. He was driving right at officers. He had the opportunity to stop and give up, and he didn't. And again, a vehicle can be used as a deadly weapon, and he was driving right at officers. And we don't. And it's still a live situation. No, it's still a live situation. Guns are still drawn. And what we don't know either is if that suspect had a weapon in his possession as well. But it looks like he's coming out of the car. At least somebody is. Somebody's coming out of the car there. It may have been the passenger, though. And you can see sheriff's deputies are here as well as Long Beach Police. They have their barricades, their body barricades positioned as well. Guns are still drawn. You can see a lead officer there running the show here in terms of orders on how to handle this situation. A very fluid situation still. Such a dangerous pursuit. We saw so many close calls. This guy, a stolen vehicle suspect, driving recklessly here and running into a cul-de-sac, a dead end at this self-storage facility here, right on the border of Downey and Bellflower, just south of the 105 and just to the west of the 605 freeway. Here's the suspect crawling over. Here comes the suspect crawling over. Now, he may be, the officers may be telling him, giving him those orders. Obviously, someone else still inside the vehicle. They're going to take this individual into custody. It appears that he was the passenger. That's what it looks like from our vantage point. We don't have confirmation of that, nor do we have confirmation whether or not the individual who was driving the vehicle was hit. But from the amount of gunfire, the broken glass there, I'd be surprised if he wasn't. All right, let's see what happens now. One being taken into custody here. Fire will come. They will treat anybody who's injured. Paramedics will treat anybody who's been hit. And it's unclear if this guy is injured, but he's being taken into custody, being cuffed right now. And they're doing that right now. Here we go. They are doing that right now. They're approaching the vehicle with the shield here. Again, this is in the parking lot of the storage outlet here on Foster Road in Bellflower, right on the border of Bellflower and Downey. And they are going to look inside the vehicle to see what they're dealing with. An injured suspect, perhaps being shot by officers. This ending in gunfire here. As this driver was just not yielding. He would not yield. He wanted to get away. And even this cul-de-sac, it wasn't going to, this dead end at this self-storage facility wasn't going to deter him. And he was leading his car right towards those officers. And the officers decided they had to open fire on the suspect. So now they have made their way into the vehicle here. And it looks like they're pulling on the suspect now to remove him from the vehicle. They'll clear the car, the trunk included. And the vehicle still kind of continues on there. That was the suspect, the driver, and now they're gonna check the car to make sure it's completely clear, trunk included, as I said, and the vehicle's been cleared. It is a code 4 situation. Suspect on the ground now, and you can see the officers have their And the officers have their gloves on there. And, right now we'll see if fire's here yet. again, they will administer any type of medical care that this individual needs, despite the fact. Look at that. Now they're performing CPR on him. Unbelievable. Wow. That was heavy. Hey, Andrew, you know where this is, right, for a crew? Look at this, man. I don't know if we beat 5 or not. If they were on it, it was probably by just a minute or 30 seconds. Yeah. 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 Good. I'm surprised fire's not here yet. Oh yeah, there they are. Sheriff's deputies are here now. They got police tape up. Justifiable shooting or not?
I think they could have positioned their cars better to avoid it, but in the positions they were in, they
Yeah, I mean, you know. Yeah, I mean, and driving at him. And yeah. A last-minute decision. And the bottom line is like I always say, you know, because there will be some that say it wasn't, you know, that the guy was running. He was running. He wasn't doing what he was told. He was endangering the public. He put himself in a position where something like this could happen, you know? No, I know. It was so aggressive. I mean, I haven't seen a pursuit like this in a while. Ours have been sort of, you know. Oh, he came so narrowly close to. Oh yeah, 3 or 4 people he could have killed. Okay, here comes paramedics. Yeah, there's no question. I can't tell where he got hit though. I haven't seen any blood. Have you? Yeah. Wow. Why now? Why not just a little bit? And a pursuit, Lauren and Bob, that ended in gunfire. The suspect, the driver of this alleged stolen vehicle, was shot by the Long Beach Police Department. And the same officers that were pursuing him then were administering CPR just a short time ago before firefighters arrived here at Foster Road, at this self-storage facility, which essentially is a dead end of Foster Road. And the suspect didn't know it. He went into the driveway, the gated driveway. There was nowhere for him to go. He still didn't give up. He did a U-turn right here, and he work on the way to school. Could have injured or killed them, and it coming to an end here. So brazen. It was such a. It certainly was, and I haven't seen a suspect this brazen in a long time. He had he didn't care. He was going through intersections and at such a high rate of speed. We saw a handful of narrow misses. All right. And it appears the suspect has expired. It appears it hasn't been confirmed yet, but they are no longer administering a CPR. On this stolen vehicle suspect, this older four-door sedan, possibly a Honda, a Civic here. Long Beach Police, the lead on this pursuit. LA County Sheriff's deputies on scene. Crime tape is up. This is going to be a lengthy investigation, as all officer-involved shootings are. And this is on Foster Road. This is a self-storage facility right off of Foster Road, and it's where this suspect ran into a dead end, essentially. The parking lot, the gate there. There's the cul-de-sac trying to evade officers. He was staying in the same neighborhood, North Long Beach, up towards Downey and the Paramount area, essentially doing loops around the 105, the 605, the 91 freeways. And this is an area that he obviously did not know. Now, we're going to show you exactly what happened here as this ended. He ran into the cul-de-sac, up into the parking lot here, and he still wasn't giving up. Officers, guns drawn, telling him to give up. He already had endangered so many people. Then he was driving his vehicle right towards the patrol cars, and that's when the gunfire erupted there, striking the suspect who appears to have died as a result of that shooting. Another suspect taken out. He did not appear to be badly injured. A lengthy investigation ongoing. Sandra Endo's en route. We're going to continue to cover this developing story throughout the morning. Back to you in the studio. Got it. We're going to stay here for a bit longer. More crime tape. And the scene down below, one in which the suspect was shot and killed by the Long Beach Police Department. And now this is going to be a lengthy officer-involved shooting investigation. And it'll be a different agency than the Long Beach Police Department, obviously, that will be investigating this. LA County Sheriff's deputies on scene here as well. This is a storage facility on Foster Road, a dead end, essentially, into the parking lot of this self-storage facility. This pursuit, this suspect driving 80-plus miles an hour recklessly on freeways, ripping through red lights and narrowly missing a number of people. Such a dangerous situation. Fortunately, we didn't see anybody struck, but at the termination of this pursuit, and we'll show it to you, he still didn't want to give up, even though he was cornered in that parking lot, in that cul-de-sac area there of the self-storage facility. You will see how this ended. And there you go. As I said, that vehicle down below there, Tony, Liz, is a deadly weapon. If you try to ram an officer, if you're not doing what he's telling you to do, they can open fire. And that's what happened in a situation like this. He had the opportunity to give up. And it's a moment that, that is split decision moment, that these officers, they're highly trained. They review situations like this, and they'll review this one. They'll look at this and say, hey, could have we done anything differently? Will we do anything differently if in a similar situation? And that's the thing. None of these pursuits, how they end, how they continue on the freeways are similar. So each one is unique. This was a situation. They may have more information on this guy than we know as well. We heard some unconfirmed reports that he did have a gun. He threw it outside his vehicle. He may have had another weapon. He was driving at officers. And it was at that point where he still chose not to give up after endangering the lives of several innocent people on surface streets, through Long Beach, through Downey, through Bellflower, that officers decided to open fire. There was another individual inside the vehicle on the passenger side. He did not appear to have been shot. He essentially jumped out of the vehicle, was taken into custody, and then they approached the vehicle slowly, officers did. They pulled the suspect out. And I don't know if you saw a little bit earlier, though, Tony and Liz, but those officers were actually performing CPR on the suspect that they were pursuing that was endangering the public. It was quite the scene from up here. Wow, he looks like he went to Costco. Right? Yeah, and this guy could have been under the influence of, a narcotic or... I know. How crazy that must have been, right? Hold on. 4KSP 774. Hey, Andrew. Okay. 774, because you always ask. Yeah, yep. Hey, Andrew, do we have a ground crew going to the Lala Day Mayor downtown? Are we streaming, ER? Okay, not streaming. Oh, yeah, he was. I hope it worked out. Yeah, I didn't know sound until you may have said it. There was so much going on, but I had no idea. Yeah, I know. No, I heard you. Yeah, I heard that, so that was good. That was super helpful. So they want me to do another recap on this, ER? Yeah. All right. Yeah. No, and thank you, Jay, obviously, for all your flying, but also that you were, I was heading down to 2nd Street, and you were, in tune to what they were doing, because otherwise, and then I was just looking out the window and all of a sudden saw it zip under me. Otherwise, we would have went way south, because the last call Andrew gave me was, 2nd Street, which is, All right. Another quick update on the termination of this pursuit that ended with shots fired and the stolen vehicle suspect being shot and killed by the Long Beach Police Department. And it was the Long Beach Police Department that was pursuing this car, driving at dangerously high rates of speed through Long Beach, Paramount, Downey. And it ended here in a cul-de-sac, in a dead end, in a parking lot at a storage facility, storage outlet here on Foster Road in Bellflower. This investigation, this officer-involved investigation, will be ongoing throughout the day today. And again, Sandra Endo's en route. She's going to bring us a report from ground level there coming up in just a bit. I'm going to give you a report, though, on your commute on this Tuesday morning as well, because it is busy out there, and we're very close to the 605 and the 105 freeway here through Bellflower and Downey. And both sides very busy here of the 605, especially the northbound side coming away from the 105. I can also see the west 105. It's jammed up as well. And on our real-time traffic system, good news, slowing still, but a signal alert that was in effect involving an overturned vehicle has just cleared. South 170 at Sherman Way. But we still have lanes blocked on the westbound side of the 10 at Normandy. Big backup. That's because of a wreck involving a motorcycle. Last word, we had a couple of lanes blocked there. Again, a quick shot outside here of this self-storage facility. Sanders en route, Tony and Liz. So you can see all the officers down below, the LA County Sheriff's Department as well. Look at all of them set up here. That's standard during these investigations when shots were fired. Again, a stolen car suspect shot and killed by Long Beach police. Back to you in the studio.